Millionaire CEO abandoned his fiancée at altar. One call from his ex changed everything. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Romance Rewind Stories. Before we dive into today's incredible story, I have a small favor to ask. If you're enjoying these heartwarming tales, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads. It's quick, it's free, and it's the best way to support us in bringing you more emotional romance stories. And here's something I'd love to know. Where are you watching from today? Drop your city or country in the comments below. I always enjoy seeing our amazing community from around the world. Oh, and if this story touches your heart, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps us grow and reach more people who love these kinds of tales. Now, let's get into today's story. Millionaire CEO abandoned his fiancée at altar. One call from his ex at hospital changed everything. Ridge Calloway was standing in the groom's room at the Four Seasons Hotel, adjusting his tie for the third time when his phone rang. The number was unfamiliar, but something made him answer. Hello, Mr. Calloway. This is Dr. Martinez from Seattle General Hospital. I'm calling about Autumn Hayes. She's listed you as her emergency contact. Ridge's entire world stopped. Autumn, his ex-girlfriend. The woman he'd dated for 5 years before ending things 2 years ago because he'd thought she wasn't ambitious enough, wasn't the right fit for a CEO's wife, wasn't... What happened? Ridge's voice came out hoarse. Is she okay? She was in a serious car accident approximately 3 hours ago. She's in surgery now. Mr. Calloway, you should come. The injuries are extensive. Her family needs to be notified. Her family is in Portland. I can be there in 20 minutes. Ridge was already moving toward the door. Sir, I should mention there's a complication. Ms. Hayes was pregnant, about 7 months. We had to perform an emergency C-section to save the baby. Ridge felt like he'd been hit by a truck. Baby? What baby? A little girl. She's in the NICU, premature but stable. Mr. Calloway, Ms. Hayes listed you as the father on her intake forms. The phone slipped from Ridge's hand. Autumn was pregnant, had been pregnant, for 7 months, with his baby. And he'd known nothing about it. And today was his wedding day. Ridge looked at himself in the mirror. Tuxedo, boutonniere, everything perfect for the society wedding that was supposed to start in 45 minutes. His fiancée Victoria was probably putting the finishing touches on her makeup right now. 200 guests were seated in the ballroom. The cake was ready. The champagne was chilling, and Autumn was in surgery, fighting for her life after giving birth to their daughter. Ridge didn't even think. He grabbed his keys and ran. He burst into the hallway where his best man Carson was waiting. Ridge, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. I have to go. Tell Victoria. Tell her I'm sorry. Tell her I can't do this. Can't do what? Ridge, the wedding starts in 40 minutes. I know. Cancel it. I can't explain right now, but I have to go. It's an emergency. Ridge, you can't just leave your own wedding. But Ridge was already running down the hallway, ignoring Carson's protests, ignoring the confused looks from hotel staff, ignoring everything except the desperate need to get to the hospital. He made it to Seattle General in 15 minutes, parking haphazardly and running through the emergency entrance. Autumn Hayes, he gasped to the receptionist. She was in a car accident. 4th floor, surgical ICU. But sir, she's still in surgery. Ridge was already in the elevator. The 4th floor waiting room was empty except for a nurse at the station. I'm looking for Autumn Hayes. I'm the father of her baby. The nurse's expression softened. Dr. Martinez said you'd be coming. Ms. Hayes is still in surgery. It's going to be several more hours, but your daughter is in the NICU if you'd like to see her. My daughter. Ridge's voice broke on the words. I have a daughter. Room 4B. I'll have someone take you. Ridge followed a nurse through sterile hallways to the NICU. She led him to an incubator where the tiniest human being he'd ever seen lay surrounded by monitors and tubes. She's small, only 4 pounds, but she's breathing on her own, which is excellent for 30 weeks gestation, the nurse explained. You can touch her through the incubator openings. Ridge placed his finger in the tiny hand, and she gripped it reflexively. He felt tears streaming down his face. "Does she have a name?" he whispered. "Not yet. Miss Hayes was unconscious when they delivered her. You're the father. You can name her if you'd like." Ridge looked at this impossibly small person, his daughter, and thought about Autumn, about the woman who'd loved him completely and he'd thrown away because she wasn't ambitious enough. "Sky," he said. "Her name is Sky. Autumn always loved that name." He stayed with Sky for 2 hours, just watching her breathe, before Dr. Martinez found him. "Mr. Calloway, Autumn is out of surgery. It was touch and go. She has a traumatic brain injury, multiple broken bones, internal injuries. We've stabilized her, but the next 48 hours are critical." "Can I see her?" "Yes, but I need to warn you. She's unconscious and will likely remain that way for some time. We have her in a medically induced coma to allow her brain to heal." Autumn looked so small in the hospital bed, so fragile. Her face was bruised and swollen, her head partially shaved where they'd operated. Machines beeped rhythmically around her. Ridge sat beside her bed and took her hand carefully. "I'm so sorry, Autumn. I'm sorry I wasn't there. I'm sorry I ended things. I'm sorry you went through the pregnancy alone. I'm sorry for all of it." His phone buzzed. 47 missed calls, 23 texts. All from Victoria, from Carson, from family members demanding to know where he was, why he'd abandoned his wedding. Ridge turned off his phone. Over the next week, Ridge lived at the hospital. He split his time between Autumn's ICU room and the NICU with Sky. He learned to change impossibly tiny diapers, to feed Sky through the feeding tube, to recognize the different beeps of the monitors. He also learned about Autumn's life over the past 2 years. Her neighbor, Mrs. Chen, came to visit and told Ridge that Autumn had moved to a small apartment, was working 2 jobs to save money for the baby, had been planning everything alone. "She never said who the father was," Mrs. Chen said, "just that he couldn't be involved. But Mr. Calloway, that girl loved you. Even after you left, she had pictures of you that she thought I didn't see. I think that's why she never tried to contact you about the baby. She didn't want to trap you into something you didn't want." The guilt was crushing. Victoria showed up on day 4, still wearing her engagement ring, her expression a mixture of hurt and fury. "You left me at the altar, Ridge. Do you have any idea how humiliating that was? 200 people watching while I stood there in my wedding dress, waiting for a groom who never came. I'm sorry, Victoria, I'm so sorry. But I had to come. Autumn was dying." "Autumn, your ex-girlfriend, who you claimed to be completely over, the one you said was too simple, too unambitious, not right for your life." Victoria's voice dripped with bitterness. "You left me for her." "I left because she was in a car accident, and I just found out I have a daughter. Victoria, there's a baby." "I don't care about the baby. I care that you humiliated me in front of everyone we know." "I know, and I'm sorry, but Victoria, I realized something when I got that call. I realized I was about to marry the wrong person for all the wrong reasons." Victoria stared at him. "What?" "We were good on paper, compatible professionally, but I never loved you the way I should have, the way I loved Autumn. I was settling for convenient, and you deserved better than that. So you're choosing her, the ex-girlfriend in a coma, and the accidental baby. I'm choosing my daughter, and yes, I'm choosing Autumn, if she'll have me when she wakes up." Victoria pulled off her ring and threw it at him. "You're a coward, Ridge Calloway, and I hope you're happy with your choice." She left, and Ridge knew he'd burned that bridge permanently, but he couldn't bring himself to care. His daughter needed him. Autumn needed him. Autumn woke up on day 12. Ridge was sitting beside her bed, reading to her from one of the books he'd found in her apartment, poetry, because Autumn had always loved poetry, and the nurses said unconscious patients could sometimes hear. He saw her fingers twitch first. Then her eyes fluttered open. "Autumn, can you hear me?" Her eyes focused on him slowly, confusion crossing her bruised face. "Ridge?" Her voice was barely a whisper, hoarse from the breathing tube. "I'm here. You're in the hospital. You were in a car accident." The baby... Panic filled her eyes. "She's okay. Our daughter is okay. Her name is Sky. She's in the NICU, but she's stable and healthy. Autumn, she's perfect." Tears streamed down Autumn's face. "You know about her?" "The hospital called me. You listed me as your emergency contact. Autumn, why didn't you tell me you were pregnant?" "Because you left. You told me I wasn't right for your life. I didn't want to trap you with a baby you didn't want." "I would have wanted her. I would have wanted both of you. Autumn, I was an idiot. I threw away the best thing that ever happened to me because I was too blind to see what mattered. You were getting married to Victoria. I saw the announcement in the paper. I was supposed to get married 12 days ago. I left her at the altar when I got the call about you." Autumn's eyes widened. "You what?" "I left, ran out of the hotel in my tuxedo and came straight here. And Autumn, I don't regret it. Not for a second. Seeing Sky being here with you, I realized I was about to make the biggest mistake of my life. Again. Ridge, you can't upend your life because of guilt. This isn't guilt. It's love. Autumn, I never stopped loving you. I was just too stupid to admit it. I convinced myself you weren't ambitious enough, weren't the right image for a CEO's wife. But you know what? I don't care about any of that anymore. You're real. You're genuine. You make me better. And our daughter, God, Autumn, she's incredible. I've spent 12 days with her and I'm completely in love." "You've been here for 12 days?" "Every single day, splitting time between you and Sky, learning how to be her father. Autumn, I know I don't deserve forgiveness. I know I abandoned you and forced you to go through this pregnancy alone. But please, please give me a chance to make this right. To be the partner you deserved 2 years ago. To be the father Sky needs." Autumn was crying fully now. "I missed you so much. Even after you left, even when I was angry. I still loved you. I love you too. I never stopped. I was just too proud to admit I'd made a mistake." Over the next month, Autumn slowly healed. Ridge was there for every step, physical therapy sessions, doctor's appointments, the day she was strong enough to hold Sky for the first time. He moved Autumn and Sky into his penthouse when they were discharged, hiring nurses to help with both of them. He took a leave of absence from his company to be present, and slowly, carefully, he and Autumn rebuilt what they'd lost. 2 months after the accident, Autumn was walking again with minimal assistance. Sky was home from the NICU, gaining weight beautifully, and Ridge and Autumn were finding their way back to each other. "I need to tell you something," Ridge said one evening while Sky slept between them on the couch, "about why I really ended things 2 years ago. Ridge, you don't have to. I do. You deserve the truth." "Autumn, I ended things because I was terrified. My father had this perfect marriage to my mother. She was the ideal CEO's wife. Elegant, ambitious, connected. And I thought that was what I needed, what I was supposed to want. But the truth is, I was miserable trying to be my father, trying to have his life. I ended things with you because you didn't fit the mold I thought I needed. But that mold was never right for me." "What changed?" "Almost losing you, seeing Sky, realizing that none of the success or status or image matters if I'm empty inside. Autumn, you make me happy, not impressive, not powerful, just happy. That's what I want." That's what I should have chosen 2 years ago. Autumn reached over Sky and took his hand. I forgive you, not because you deserve it, but because holding on to anger hurts me more than it hurts you. Ridge, I want to try again, really try, for Sky and for us. 6 months after the accident, Ridge proposed, not with a huge production or elaborate plan. Just the three of them at home, Sky sleeping in her crib, Ridge and Autumn exhausted from a day of baby care. Marry me, Ridge said. Not in a fancy hotel with 200 guests, just us and Sky and the people who actually matter. Autumn, I know I already ruined one wedding, but this time it's different. This time I'm choosing you for all the right reasons. Yes, Autumn said, tears in her eyes. Absolutely yes. They got married 3 months later in a small ceremony in Ridge's living room. Sky was the flower girl, though mostly she just chewed on the flower petals. 20 guests, close family and friends who'd supported them through the accident and recovery. During his vows, Ridge said, I left my first wedding because I got a call that you were dying. Some people said that was cowardly, that I should have gone through with the wedding. But walking away from that altar was the first truly brave thing I'd done in years, because it meant admitting I'd been living the wrong life. Autumn, you and Sky are my right life. I promise to never forget that again. During her vows, Autumn said, you left Victoria at the altar and everyone judged you for it. But Ridge, you showed up for our daughter before you even knew her. You chose us when you could have walked away. That's not cowardice, that's love. And I promise to spend the rest of my life showing you that choosing us was the right decision. Because sometimes the best moment of your life is the one where you abandon your wedding and run toward the hospital. Sometimes leaving someone at the altar is the bravest thing you can do. And sometimes the call from your ex about a daughter you didn't know existed is the wake-up call that saves you from a lifetime of regret. Proving that it's never too late to choose love over appearances, real connection over convenient compatibility, and the family you didn't plan for over the life you thought you wanted. And that's where our story ends today. What did you think? Did Ridge and Autumn's story of a dramatic wedding abandonment becoming forever love touch your heart? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Until next time, keep believing in second chances, and remember, sometimes the best decision you ever make is the one that looks like the worst in the moment. See you in the next story.